Kris, you had Jack Roslovic on the line today with Ryan. Obviously, he's going to make his debut. What are you hoping to see out of him tonight?
Well, when we signed him, we wanted somebody to provide a little offense. He's done that, especially 5-on-5. But adding some speed to our lineup is imperative. I think we can always get faster, a little bit stronger, and I think with his secondary scoring that he's done, and also the way he skates, nice addition to our team.
You move Mangiapane up to the line with McDavid and Draisaitl, and then Frederic to 3C. Just a thought on both those players and the roles they're going to have with.
Yeah, Manch, I think is a very versatile player. Whether he's playing left wing, right wing, up and down the lineup, we kind of thought of him that way when we signed him, and he's been first two games with Nugent Hopkins, but tonight we're going to move him up, and just with him playing as well as he is, just elevate him there. Trent moving down just because we needed that centerman. Putting Jack in, we just had to move around the lines a little bit. Unfortunately, we have to take out Philp, but Phil Trent, we talked about it before camp started, that he could be right wing, left wing, or center. Right now, he's going to play center.
Kris, how did you reach the decision to take Philp out after the game that he had on Saturday?
Yeah, no, difficult decision. Difficult to take anybody out. Yeah, he's scored, but yeah, we just felt that moving the lines around and probably somebody that's not on special teams. You know, Philp isn't on power plays, not on the penalty kill right now, and that's probably the biggest reason why he was the guy that come out.
What's the value of guys like Mangiapane or Roslovic, some of the new blood coming in? And like, how do you, as a coach, sort of try to mix those guys in to put them together for a while?
Yeah, our main players are, Nugent Hopkins, Nurse, McDavid, Draisaitl. Those guys have been with the team for such a long period of time, and they're the pillars of our team, of course. But we've had a lot of changeover. Defense, pretty much the same as it was last year. Regula, the only addition there. But forwards, I think we have 7 new forwards, if not 8, that are new to this group. And, I think that's been good, just with adding just some different energy to our team. Not that the other guys were bad, just when you have younger players, it provides a little bit of that energy throughout the regular season, some enthusiasm. I think it's been a good fit so far. I think everyone's been contributing, and now, as a coach, you just have to try to manage or figure out how everyone fits together. And we're early on in the season, and there'll be still some moving parts, but we feel like we've got some good players to work with.
I'm curious, you coached Rempey and Edstrom and Hartford very early in their career. Just what have you seen from scouting ahead of games and from what you've heard in their development since that point when they were very much AHL players and not NHL ones?
Those two players had a lot of respect for them, and you knew that they would get here to the NHL eventually. I think they're very hardworking, very professional, even at a young age when they came to Hartford. For those guys, just that how well they skate, being the size they are, is a great attribute. Now they're both hardworking, they skate well, and they'll figure things out. And, obviously I think they have been. I think they've been a very good addition to their team right now. That line has been playing very well with Carrick. And, anytime you have that speed, size, and that grit that they have, it makes it difficult to play against.
Similarly, with Will Cooley, what attributes did you see from him in the minors that have translated?
I had Cooley for parts of 2 seasons, one full season, and the other one was just during COVID, so we didn't have him very long. But very smart player, hardworking. Down there, he was. We used him all in all areas of the game. He was on our power play, he was on our penalty kill, he was on our first or second line throughout the year there. So, I just think as a coach, it's nice having those players that are very versatile. That provide a little of everything. We talked about all the situations he plays in, but also gives you a little bit of grit. He can also score goals, so he's a well-rounded player.
Do you good teams don't always have a lot of internal competition. Yes, sometimes you just have your lineup in the past. You know who's going to play every night. You got Hyman waiting in the wings. He's coming back soon at some point. Regula's out right now. You got Wallman skating around up there. You got Janmark skating around up there. You had to take Philp out. Tell me about how that. You got a lot of internal competition here. How does it work for a coach?
Yeah, no, it's obviously there's pros and cons to that. It's nice that players know what role they have, where they're going to play. Lines stay the same for the most part. It can make it a lot easier. But also having competition to push guys to be better and contribute. I think the biggest thing is, I don't want so much. Internal competition is good to have some of it, but I think most importantly is the guys are competing against the other team. Like, they want to win, and I think that's the biggest and best indicator of a player's going to have success is they want to help the team contribute, not necessarily just play hard to keep their position. I think we've had that throughout the years, or since I've been here, that guys are committed to winning and not necessarily playing well to move up in the lineup or keep their spot or whatever. But it can be a little bit difficult, and we do have some difficult decisions coming back with some guys coming off the IR. We've got a quality player that we haven't played yet who is healthy that will be coming in soon with Lazar. But that's things that we'll have to figure out sooner than later because guys are coming back soon.
Speaking of that, I was going to say, speaking of that, the IR situation of Wallman and Janmark, do you have any update as to when they might be coming up or what you're thinking there?
Janmark, possibly by the weekend, possibly. Wallman, we're hopeful that he can play the next game, and Hyman at the end of the month.
And Regula?
And Regula will be. We hope that he can return sometime during this trip, so the weekend or around then.
Okay.
Going back to the new additions, how important is an early road trip in a place like this where there's a lot of team bonding typically, for those young guys to get acclimated? Because Isaac Howard was telling me he's actually never even been to New York, so to have this experience this early, what does it do for the guys?
It's nice that we start on the road, have a road trip like this, and our next 2 months we spend a lot of time together on the road because of the travel that we have. But I know yesterday, so our veterans took a lot of the young guys out for dinner and got them acclimated to the NHL and kind of get them comfortable. But I think the more time you spend on the road, you just are together and you get to know your teammates, and it just makes it better for the grind of the season when you know your teammates and understand that everyone's in it together. So this road trip's going to be a tough one, but I think it's in the long run good for the team to do that team bonding.
Is there anything fun planned away from the rink or no?
I'm sure the players have some things planned that's fun, but the coaches, so it's always work.